very good. Everybody has been so nice and really awesome cosplays and community here. It's been a lot of fun.
Can you tell us what you do and what you have done?
I am a full-time voice actor for anime and cartoons and video games and audiobooks and everything where you hear a voice but you don't see a face. That's what we voice actors do. So that's my full-time. You might have heard me from the video game Dragon Ball FighterZ. I voice Android 21, but I'm also Kokodo and Darling in the Franxx, Kane von Roswald, Tokyo Ghoul, Koala in One Piece, Zira in Fairy Tail, and Layla in Code Geass, and a whole bunch of other shows and anime. And then for video games as well, I voiced Soul and Smite and Orphea in Heroes of the Storm and many other things.
When did you start voice acting?
So I started voice acting professionally in about, I think it was about 2013, 2014. I got my start actually doing commercial work. I was just out of college, so I had that good old college girl voice, and so I did a lot of college voice sounding commercials where it's just that girl next door kind of voice. But then I wanted to move into animation. I wanted to do cartoons. So I moved from Orlando, Florida, which is where I'm from, moved to Dallas, Texas, because I knew that Funimation was there and I could do video game work there. And so I lived there for about 4 years, and in that time, voice acting became my full-time, and that's how I got started in all the craziness. So it's been a couple years.
Who was your first anime character and from what anime?
Ooh, my first anime character, I'll never forget. It was Hakuya Shiodame from Showman Sample. And she is this, she's this tiny little quiet character that's very shy and doesn't speak a lot. And I think I got the role of that because I was very shy and didn't talk a lot, and I was very nervous. So it fit the character perfectly well, and it just worked out that I could play a shy, quiet character. And then as I got more comfortable in the booth, I found myself booking characters that weren't so shy and introverted, and they were kind of out there and had a lot more spunk and energy because I was able to open up myself over time in the booth. And yeah, it was directed by Aaron Dismuke many, many years ago.
You also do video games.
Mm-hmm.
So who was your first video game character and what game?
So my first video game character, I actually booked before I did Showman Sample. So I did video games before I did anime. I voiced Soul in the video game Smite. And since then, I've been very blessed to voice a lot of other characters in that video game. I love that show. And actually, so I recorded that at a studio called Okatron. And Okatron records a lot for Funimation. When I recorded Soul, they asked me, have you ever worked at Funimation? And so it was in doing my character in that first video game, who is a Norwegian fire goddess, which I had to learn that accent and everything. So it was in doing that that it opened up the world of anime for me.
What is your reaction when you watch your stuff and you hear you coming from a character when they talk?
Most of the time, I am an actor. When I watch TV shows, I super get into it, and so I'll get into it where I kind of forget that that's my voice for a lot of them because I am putting on a voice. There are some roles where it's more closer to my regular voice, but for example, if I'm voicing a little boy and I'm watching a TV show, it's almost like it doesn't register as my voice. It just sounds like the little boy. But there are some characters where I'll hear it and I'll be like, oh, that's Jeannie showing through. It happened a lot in Love Live. Rico, her voice is more closer to my own voice, and so there are a couple times where, you know, she'd be wearing it off and she's like, this is kind of a lot of skin that's showing, and I'm like, oh, that sounded like me. Weird. Doesn't have an accent, it's just me. But it's cool, and over time I've gotten used to it more. It takes time to get used to that stuff.
Have you done anything recently that you can update us on or tell us about without getting in trouble?
Without getting in trouble. Yeah, so this will be coming out super soon. We're actually still in the process of recording it, but the first I believe first 2 volumes of it will be coming out. I'm one of the leads in Record of Grand Crest War, which is an Aniplex anime title. I voice Saluka Meletis, and that's going to be coming out really soon. They announced it in November, so you can see the trailer online right now, but it'll be actually released hopefully here soon. It's been a crazy ride, and it's not done. I think it's like a 24 or 26 episode show, so they're coming out with the first part, but we're still working on it.
If people wanted to get more info and updates on you, where can they go?
Yeah, I'm very easily found online. My name is unique enough that my Twitter and Instagram username is just my name, at Jeannie Tirado, so JeannieTirado, just all one word. And if you ask me questions or need any advice or anything, I will always try to answer back. I try to be a resource for fans. That's how I put it. So if you have any questions, find me online.
Thank you very much for being with us today, everyone. Jeannie Tirado.
Thank you.